Hello world, we are the Brother Floggers! We are here to tell you what to watch and who to watch with, and if this movie is groovy for you. Today we invited Chris Hemsworth to be with us, and unfortunately, because of the close proximity and heavy breathing from his last movie, Extraction.
And the blood spatter.
And the blood spatter on his face. He's on quarantine right now. So he wasn't able to make it.
In Southeast Asia.
In Southeast Asia, Bangladesh. And he just loves it. Today we're reviewing Extraction, starring Chris Hemsworth. And he is a character by the name of Tyler. And he is a mercenary that is for hire, and he gets hired by a drug lord who... His son is abducted by another drug lord, and so he goes to extract this young man from Bangladesh and help him return home to his father, who is in prison, so he's not really returning home to him. But
he's returning home to his compound controlled by his father from prison. Subtle difference there.
So, that's right. He just, who knows why
control
his dad
freak
wants
parent.
him home. He's just, a control freak.
Oh, he probably just doesn't want him to have the leverage. But
it's a pride issue. They talk about it. So this movie is super violent.
Oh my goodness.
And let's just make note
there's at least 300 people that die.
At least. But just take note that this is a Vidangel special from Netflix, and we watched this on Vidangel so we could filter out content. When I filtered it out, it took over... Actually, only 3 minutes of the movie was gone from the filters I watched.
Oh, I thought there's only 3 left.
No,
actually, it wasn't that bad, actually. Like, I mean, it's pretty violent, as in, like... But, like, the gore and stuff was pretty low-key on the filters, I noticed.
Yeah,
like,
it's like, very realistic violence. It's like... You felt like he was a real military person. He's not one of those stupid movies where he drops his gun and just go fights everyone hand to hand. He just gets his gun and shoots everyone in the face. And in the chest.
Yeah. And usually he shoots him once in the chest and then finishes him in the head or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like
keeps his gun like the whole time.
John Wick, if you ever seen it. It's a similar feel to that, where it's just these realistic feeling fight scenes where he comes in and he's there to kill and he doesn't like mess around.
Yeah, he's like a real military mercenary type person. He's there to get rid of people and get him out of his way and get his job done.
That's especially trained in Southeast Asia. Or, no, he's in Australia.
Southeast Asia.
I don't know why I love Southeast Asia. But yeah, so the action is really...
Super intense.
Really intense and really well done. Super well choreographed. A lot of long scenes, too. So, it's not like really choppy action where it's hard to tell what's happening. It's like you can see him fight someone to the death.
Yeah, and well, they show that, too, because he's like... he's like fatigued. Like he's short of breath and he's fatigued at some of the scenes. Because they have one scene that's a 12-minute scene.
He was just acting because he's in really good shape.
It's true. He's in such good shape, he had to act like he was tired.
Oh, yeah, I'm tired. My huge muscles are just slowing me down.
He's too much weight to carry.
But anyway, yeah, there's that 12-minute scene.
Yeah, there's a 12-minute scene. And when they do those long scenes, they actually clip them, but they make it look. But they do go long periods that they have to choreograph. And so by the time he's getting to the end of these scenes, he's tired. You can see he's like worn out and not moving as fast. And it's pretty amazing. Because the director is Sam Hargrave, who is the like main go-to stunt coordinator for the Marvel movies and pretty much Hollywood.
He's marvelous.
He's marvelous in Marvel.
Yeah.
And he does a fantastic job on this. He wanted to come up with something kind of unique, and the fight scenes are like intense,
yeah.
But so realistic too, because they get hurt. They don't. It's not like a movie where they just keep fighting. They get injured. They get hurt.
And it doesn't dissolve into like hand-to-hand combat that often. I mean, occasionally when he like runs out of ammo and there's only like 40 dead people around him, he'll fight someone.
Knocked out of
but
him or runs out.
Most of the time it's like and then he like gets in so close and then they start bouncing their guns away from each other.
Yeah.
Don't shoot me!
He does a really good job, and the kid who's in this movie, he really makes this movie. Yeah. I felt like his name's Randeep Hooda, and he did a really fantastic job. He was very likable. He was very, like, you wanted this kid to survive, and you wanted him to be successful because he did a great job. He's a little emotional, but he's a teenager.
Well, he's a teenager, yeah.
With
he had high school
delinquent
drama.
father, and
Yeah.
Very violent upbringing and.
Yeah, and he's like, I wonder how many people my dad has killed. And, questions that most
not as many as Tyler has in this movie.
I like Tyler. He's my new dad.
He kills a lot more than my dad does.
There's some really strong acting like that. Good at acting tired when they're fighting.
All they had to do is fight. It wasn't that hard to act. I could have done this movie.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible actor.
but
there is a little bit of exaggerated character development, I guess, in this movie. The thing is, the movie is what it advertises. It's
action.
A sweet action movie. That's what they advertise. That's what they want it to be, and it is that. And so the development of the characters, they kind of throw that in. So there is some development, but not a lot.
Mostly, I guess for Ovi and Rake, they both have some.
They have some.
It feels a little bit forced.
Yeah, it's
a couple
pushed
times
because they try and make it a little more emotional. You have this hardcore violent movie, and they try and push this kind of emotional part into it.
Although maybe it's very emotional to kill dozens of people.
Yeah, well, that's I think the missing children was the emotional part. This is actually one of the things that actually tore at my heartstrings a little bit in this movie was they make these kids fight and take guns and stuff. The drug lord does. And so that was
they're like these young teenagers that he has to fight.
Yeah, and they make these kids they do some violent things with the kids, like how they kill couple kids and stuff. That was kind of disturbing to me.
That's true. I forgot about that. I blocked it out of my memory.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of swearing, I think.
There's a lot of language.
So it's kind of hard to understand them sometimes because they do use their Southeast Asian Australian accents. Yeah. It's most of the Australian accents, actually.
It was hard to understand what people were saying in this. There was even Chris Hemsworth. He was his deep man voice plus the Australian accent, and then all the Indian accents. It was. For an American who's not familiar with those, it was actually hard to follow conversation in this movie.
Yeah, I think I would give it. I'd give it 1.5. Honestly, I really enjoyed the action to the point where I'd recommend a little bit stronger if you're a male who loves action or a female. But
I think I'd give this one just 1. I'm not a super huge action fan. I'd much rather watch Pride and Prejudice. Just kidding. I'm not that bad. But it was a little too violent for me. I'm the really super violent movies I have a little bit harder time with. So I'd probably just give this 1 because of just the choreography and how they filmed it. I got to give them credit for that. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That was cool. And there was a couple really sweet action sequences, but it was a little too much violence for my stomach.
Yeah, he retched.
I retched.
Yeah, and it's not over the top action either, like the Need for Speed type stuff.
No, it's not.
So
it's
realistic.
Not stupid.
Yeah, I don't like the over top action, but when it feels realistic, I love watching people die.
My favorite.
Is that dark?
And this is definitely it's a radar mature, so you gotta. I would watch this under 20. This is, and even then, take with caution. This is a violent one.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of nudie women and all these kind of things that.
There are?
Yeah, if you don't watch it filtered.
Oh, that's true. I was like, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we cut that out.
Half-naked women in this one. Oh. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful for you as far as what to watch. Leave a comment below on how many people you thought Chris Hemsworth kills in this movie. Is it 1,000? 5,000? Who knows? Count and let us know. We will see you at the next movie.